So I have no idea what he's doing on any of this, folks. I'm just saying this over here, this over here, this over here.
Which is handy.
He's obviously up to something he thinks I'd be thinking, you jammy twat.
No. Because he knows he knows exactly what I'm doing. Because I just told him what I was doing.
Oh, I'm using a bit of super strength as well, are you?
Yeah, because I can't be bothered driving over.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, for
But
Pete's sake!
you know what I did there? I used the autoload trailer to pick up 4 at a time.
Yeah, but I've got rid of my auto-load trailer. Didn't I?
But just, I suffered through the pain of doing that when I was in that situation. And you're taking the easy way out. I'm just not sure if I should go unpunished or not.
What are you going to do? Financially punish me?
I don't know. People, comments down below. What should we do to him? String him up by the you-know-what? Make him do the rest of the episodes in a case painted bright pink?
In a what?
Case painted bright pink? Limit all his tractors to 100 horsepower?
The weird thing was, I thought you said cage.
Like case. As in Case International.
I know, but I thought you said cage.
Listen, you kinky bugger.
I don't know why. It just... And how would you know what I'm doing anyways? Unless you drove past.
I just went past. Don't forget your yard is right on the side of the main road.
I know my yard's on the side of the main road. Might have to think about putting a fence up, shall I?
You've already took offence to that comment, obviously.
I'm tempted to put a freaking fence up, you know. I was tempted to landscape a bit, but I'm not. I didn't want to at the time. Definitely need, like, spotlights. Did have a look at HOT, by the way. Just to...
Yeah. They have made some fair changes on that map, haven't they? The
Yeah,
farmyard's very different.
there's a lot more light by sheds. That's it, still trying to work out certain bits though. Is that the old Ripper?
Yeah, it is. Yep, it certainly is. Same one we've always used.
Hmm. Let me have a look at some. He's gonna get stuck again. I'm betting. Yeah, he's gonna get stuck.
What is it with the gaming techniques, like the really nice big fields and putting like freaking cotton and stuff on them?
Hmm.
Like some fields that you'd really like to buy, but they put absolutely horrible crops on them.
Yeah. I'll do that one myself, finish that one off myself. So why are you telling me block by object when I've just cleared your course? Slightly confused by that one. Yeah, but cotton is...
It requires all the specialist equipment and everything. Oh, there's a couple of others that are corn on, which once again isn't terrible, but at the same time,
Corn's
if it was
not...
something, if it was something like wheat, I'd already have the harvester and all the equipment to do it.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh, sugar, that would have been expensive. I crashed into something made entirely of glass. Oops.
Yeah, that would have been expensive. I think the train's just gone past me. Problem is I don't know how...
Do glass.
Is that... Are you getting confused or what? How many have you got left? No, you're not getting confused. You are still working. How long have you got left? Okay. A rough estimate? I need about 8 minutes or so.
Well, you've got an hour in game time.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, but it's not me that's doing it, so... That'll just work. Need be. Oh, I thought it was you passing me.
No, I'm down in,
I just saw a white flash.
no, I'm down in my yard doing a bit of work and he's doing.
Well, he says he needs doing, but does he need doing? He probably does need doing.
To be fair, all I've done is literally refueled all my tractors. Taking the opportunity just to put fuel in them all.
Does that cost you a bit?
So that's 600 quid.
The only problem is...
Okay, I've only got 3.
Yeah, but the problem I'm seeing right now, temperature-wise, is it's still snowing. It's -1, it's going to be -9, and then...
You're hoping you're not seeing the snow clear. So according to this, the snow should have now stopped.
It just has.
I think it'll clear overnight. I think we'll be all right.
I really don't know what to do with that over bale. Unless I
If
just...
you can't like wrap it up, just sell it as is. Only won't get as much, but
Unless I just sell it. Drop that there. A minute. I'm parking this. I mean, I still haven't got over. There's a problem. My fields are literally out of sync right now. I mean, how much further can you be to finishing? Oh crap, you've missed a massive bit in the middle. No, that's 23. Ignore me. Wrong field. Oh, you kind of missed bits there. On this field. That's weird. Unless it's done that on purpose the way it's... Yeah, it's got to have done that on purpose. Yeah, let's.
You ready to do the skip?
Well, it's gonna. The problem is that sugarcane hasn't really finished.
I'll tell you what then, I need to leave and have a quick tune CB, so I'll
And
leave
so
it in
do
your
I.
hands. I'll just pause the recording, leave them running at this time of night for a minute, and then we'll resume when we both get back. It's up to you.
1 second.
1.
Right, I'm gonna do it now. Well, you skip the night now if you want.
Right, no problem, give me a second, let me get back to my base. Hope this snow figs off before then, before the morning.
Yeah, but I kind of want it to snow, but I don't want it to rain.
Well, there was a little bit of rain, but it appears to have cleared again.
Yeah, it hasn't cleared the snow.
Give it a
though.
second, give it a second.
I know. This bell. X. It's cleared off. It looked like it had cleared off one of the fields, but
You better, it could be rolling its way down the map, like say, yeah, the top of the map's clear, it's working its way down. My yard isn't clear yet, but
I'm still seeing snow on the ground and I'm by the animal dealer.
the animal dealer's yard looked clear when I just jumped up there.
There still seems to be snow around the field edges. And on the field, car park. And there's still snow on the...
Hopefully it'll clear in a moment.
Hopefully so. Because according to this, there's still snow on that concrete pad.
Come on, game, do us away. Do us without it. Get rid of it. It's year 3 now. We don't do snow in year 3.
The problem is, bloody... Does it take into account temperature?
Generally, I've found not.
I remember the old season. I know old season.
The old season was a lot different, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying the old season's mod did take into account. But I'm definitely still seeing snow. So. Oh well.
It'll clear when it'll clear.
Never understood why they put the. Why did they put the fixed visual month in? Or was that to clear early? Was that to stop certain things?
That's the way of, if you didn't want snow and all that, you can just do that. You can leave it forever set at a particular month.
Yeah, but you still get snow, though, don't you?
I don't think you do. If you say it to a month or whatever, I don't think you do.
I always thought you did.
Once I mean, I've never really met, like I said, I've always just took at least you get the little bit of change of scenery around you and that I've always liked, even if it's not conductive to the kind of play you're doing. It adds an element that you've got to work around. I like that because, like he's done to us for the last couple of days, made us plan around things and
Yeah. Right. What's... What?
The matter you? Hey,
I need to get that. Overfield.
that's a bugger. Yesterday there was two field rollers in the used vehicle section. Today there's none. I had my eye on one of them, and the bugger's gone. Don't tell me you bought it, you brat.
No. No, because the vehicle rollers I had from what
Field, you know the.
I had my own. No, I've still got my own rollers.
Oh, there was two in there. I mean, I was gonna have one of them, and they're both bloody gone.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that even with that field boundary I put in, I'm hoping that maybe if I had to do a relog at some point, it might fix the boundary.
Possible.
Well, that's what I found happen once to that other field. But it depends. If I haven't completed the boundary properly, I've also noticed that it doesn't like it. If you haven't completed your boundary properly and it can still see bits of the other bit, then it doesn't detect it. Because I know that with Courseplay, it only does that initial loading of courses on game load.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I'll just work with it for now.
We've got no rain all day, which is nice.
Good.
But I could do with this snow on the ground to bugger off.
You could do with it buggering off. Yeah, because you can't technically... You can't technically bail, can you? Well, not bail.
You can bail. You can't mow.
That's what I mean. You can't technically mow.
It's a nice sunny day. It's like above freezing, so come on.
That's what I mean.
The roads are looking completely clear now, not cold and clear. Well, I haven't done the exact plan I'd planned to do for today, but I've got a lot done, so I'm not entirely unhappy, but it's a lot different to what I expected to do, thanks to the weather.
I just need the cash for the last... Ah, they're going the snow.
It's disappearing now.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Ah, there it goes. Yeah.
Thank Christ. that's that sorted. Let me go in here, in here, in here, into here.
I never realised there's quite a big rise in that field I own. I've never noticed that before.
No?
Hmm.
So I bring that down a bit more. Bring that down to there. It's going to be rough.
Rough and ready.
Problem is, I have a kind of steady hand, but whenever I'm trying to do any sort of landscaping, I always screw it up.
I do, yeah. I used to on the laptop and I put it down to the touchpad, but even on a mouse, I'm not a lot better.
No. I say to even mess around with that.
I kind of wish you could like throw a grid system down when you were doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would just make it so much easier for you to like follow lines.
Oh, it would. Far better. Sounds like he knocked his headset there.
Yeah, sorry, I knocked my microphone in my hand. Sorry.
I want to see. Will you now recognise field 23 as field 23 on its own? It might not, but it's worth a shot right now. Field 23. That would be a screw you. In other words,
Do yourself a favour, just try again in a couple of different places in that field. Like I say, one of mine, if I select one part of the field, it picks up the 2 fields below it. But if I pick a different part of the field, it just picks up that field on its own.
see, it now picks up 67 on its own. But then when I go to do 23 on its own, it's
Have you
just...
put like a barrier in between them? Have you put like a bit of just solid land in between them?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I can't over.
It might just... I managed to get it to do it with the other field.
Honestly, what I do is I just whap the same thing in both those fields.
Yeah, but I don't own the other field.
And then treat it as one. Well, I'd buy the other field.
I haven't got the cash to do that, yeah?
This is where I could be an absolute twat and buy that field.
Yeah, but... I think I know what I need to do.
The temptation for me now to buy that is quite large, I must admit.
Yeah, but I know what I need to do with it. I just think that it's the like I said, I think it either needs a reload or just not the boundaries just not properly done. Because it was saying when it was trying to do cosplay, it was a case of, you know, it's not recognising it. You know, you don't own this land sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be, yeah, it's just going to be a case of either trying off a reload, see what happens, or, like you say,
I'd just buy the other field, just make me to one field. If it was me.
Hmm.
Like I say, that's what I did. I had 2 fields that he refused to separate, so I've just combined them.
Do you think Cosplay would be able to work it out?
I don't know what causes it, but it's just one of those things, and it could be something we're getting wrong settings-wise. I'll say that I don't honestly know, and I'm not an expert enough to start.
Yeah, but that was when I basically put the second trigger in. So it select what field you want it to work on. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's what it did. That's when it detected it as 2 fields. So even
Like I say, you've already said it will detect the other field on its own.
yeah, but it'll detect the other field. Maybe I just need to make I'm gonna have to make the boundary a bit bigger.
Like I say, if the field's not expensive, when you've got the cash, buy it and just start planting them as one field. You're gonna get a bit more land out of it, which is never a bad thing. Personally.
Just means I'd have to take a chainsaw to a couple of trees.
Well, that's
Not a
a
bad
normal
thing.
figure anyway, isn't it?
Oh, I've done enough lumberjacking at the moment.
But are you okay?
No. Um, how many? Do I do all these fields the same? Or do I just... Yeah, I might do. I don't know yet. I'm just trying to figure bits out. Ready for the next part of the plan.
I'm like that. But then again, I have the plan and I'm still kind of on that course, but at the same time, I then see something else and I'm like, that's an idea. That might work. Starting Range Rover.
I mean,
Planning a Range Rover wasn't part of the plan, but still, I'll do it.
I've got... Originally when we started this, I had a plan in mind. That plan went out of the window. And changed to El Plan that's now the plan. I know a certain person and a certain person did something similar to this, but they did it recorded separately. Now, I kind of didn't see the point in us doing that. Well, they recorded their audio and voice separately, but we're in the same sort of Discord channel right now talking. So it's like, you're practically doing what, 4.
Thing is, we are recording separately if we need to. We just choose not to. We don't need, because as far as it's handy actually, because it means we've got backups.
Yeah.
Which isn't a terrible thing with the way these systems like to behave at times.
Just hoping I've got enough seed and stuff
Hey.
here for able to get this field finished. I'm thinking, why am I going so bloody slow?
Not turn the speed limiter off.
I don't put this thing on either. Which is kind of annoying because like I could have this field done by now and be moving on to my next idea. Or working on my next thing. I was going to say, have you been watching out good lately?
Honestly, MasterChef is my current watch through. Celebrity edition.
There was a big friggin' hoo-ha about that, wasn't there?
I don't know.
Wasn't there a drag queen on it?
Yeah, there was.
Cheryl Hall.
I think so. So my second year running there's been one on it.
Yeah, there being a big hoo-ha about them being on it. It's like, look, they were on fucking RuPaul's for Christ's sake. That's where they got known. And it's like, yeah, they were shite, but RuPaul's, but that's, you know, because they just didn't have any creativity. But I get, you know, that's their drag name, and it is because of what they're actually, the drag name. That's why the whole hoo-ha is, and it's like, and then some people were actually quite, oh well, why is there a drag artist on there? It's like, just because you don't like drag artists, don't start getting, well, there's been quite a bit of homophobic and all this crap chucked around. Yeah, there's been quite a lot been chucked around.
I managed to keep away from that, I think.
Oh yeah, no, there's been a fair bit of homophobe and all that chucked around about it. And it's like, look, the BBC made the choice of who they wanted on that show. So, you know.
Yeah.
Just because they want a drag artist on there, they want a drag artist on there. Because obviously they couldn't have the Vivian, because Vivian was ended up going for Dancing on Ice, so that was like currently probably tied in with ITV at this point. It's just some of the people off RuPaul.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen the actual Virgin Atlantic line advert?
No.
No. Well, there's one there, and it's basically to the tune of "I Am What I Am."
All right.
And obviously at the end it has a female pilot. But obviously it shows you, you know, a air hostess or host, whatever. Then I don't even know what you call a male bloody cabin crew. Let's use that term. Then.
Okay.
You know, it shows one who's definitely completely camped to the nines. You know, because it's proving the point. You know, the likes the fact that in the advert you've got very famous people in it. On the advert, I can't remember. There was a famous designer on there, and the likes at one point you see RuPaul in his normal attire, just as like in a suit, and it's like, you know, I get what they're getting at with it. I mean, this country's just going to shit anyways. Because apparently...
You realize we did that part of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen?
No, well, apparently now, we have a spaceport somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, down in Cornwall, isn't it?
I know there's one in Cornwall, but that was operated by Virgin Galactic at one point, but they got rid of that.
I thought it was still that one.
Oh, there was two. I always thought there was one in Scotland as well.
That could be. I thought I knew about the one in Cornwall.
I know there was one in Cornwall because that's where that latest...
Where that one was either very late this year or early last year, wasn't it?
The Virgin Galactic one before it announced that it wasn't going to do any more missions from the UK because they chucked it under a customised 747 or something like that, and it failed
Alright.
because it didn't reach what it was supposed. Didn't reach orbit like it was supposed to, and Branson just basically give it up on it. It's like, but you're still running the commercial galactic flights to space. Weirdly enough, out of somewhere in America, with a big experimental weird thing that, you know, is like two massive bloody. Looks like two planes. Well, it is two planes, but they get piloted as one. Right. Even though they have like 4 crew on board, because it's 2 planes with a big thing, and then in the middle sits the rocket that goes up, that they get so far, and
yeah, and then it takes off. I think I've seen the pictures of it now you mention it.
Yeah, we do have a space agency.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to know. I wanted to know where the bloody spaceport was.
Like I say, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure those don't. I knew about the one in Cornwall, but I'm not 100% on any others.
Oh, okay.
There could have been one up Scotland. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
so Sky Rover is going to be the new company for the UK that wants to launch satellites from the UK. Did I mention Amazon and about doing satellite internet?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
They basically want to do what SpaceX are doing.
Because that's all those big billionaires are doing. It's like, you know, one has an idea, it works, so the rest of them all jump in on it.
Yeah, but good luck to bloody Bezos and doing that. You can't even get fucking Orion off the ground. Jesus, he's struggling. And at this point, I will mention I do feel sorry for anybody in Florida. Even though
the weather over there's a bit schmuck right now.
This video will be out after, but yeah, no,
no joke over there at the moment, I know.
It went from a hurricane down to like category 3 and then been upgraded again, I think.
Yeah.
Or what started as a tropical storm became a hurricane. It battered Cape Canaveral the other night.
Yeah.
Because they had to actually delay one of the rocket launches because of it. Not SpaceX, it was Atlas. Was it an Atlas mission? Which were, I think, is that UCLA?
Well, many years ago when I was in Florida now, this was like 26 years ago at this point. We were supposed to go and see a space launch when we were there. It got delayed because the night before they'd had hailstones the size of golf balls.
Doesn't surprise me.
And it had damaged, because by that point the space shuttle had been walked out to the launch pad. So of course it damaged all the our layer.
Jesus.
So they ended up having to literally.
So this was so basically this was when shuttle was about then.
Yeah, well, I'm talking. I was 9, so I'm talking more than 6 months ago.
More than 6 months ago.
Maybe just.
So yeah, shuttle. Yeah, because the shuttle program was still around, and they were still originally using one of the crawlers. They still do have them crawlers. They still use crawlers for. Well, the last mission that used one of them crawlers was Artemis. The Artemis mission.
Right.
When they did the Artemis test flight.
Yeah.
That was used off the crawler and the big tower thing that they have. That's currently was sat on 39A, which was one of the old shuttle launch pads.
Oh, right.
Well, the runway is now in hands of somebody else. It's another form of somebody who's doing spacey stuff at the Cape.
Spacey stuff.
Yeah, it's somebody else has overtaken like the shuttle runway type thing.
Yeah. Some Kerbals, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Kerbals have got it. And trust me, I had to go. Them Kerbals, I killed quite a few of those Kerbals in an attempt to get to space.
I have bloody KSP too, but I've not really messed around with him. I've had a little bit of mess around with it, but I haven't messed around with.
I still remember NerdCube's video of trying to set the land speed record in the first one. Christ.
Oh, I've seen that been done.
Oh yeah, he did it, but it was just genius the way. And like some of the stuff he created, just like was so unstable.
Oh yeah. And that would probably using the aerodynamic mod.
I don't know if it was at the time. I'd have to go back and look.
Why did I attach that trailer? Didn't want to attach the trailer. Get off the. Where is that? My roller? Yep, that's my roller. Which I currently need. Hang on, what's still sat over here? Did I know? Guessing I didn't take that back. I thought I had. Where's the...
Oh, there's another graveyard. There's another grapevine tractor in the used vehicle section. So you don't want that one as well to pull massively oversized tractors around.
No.
It's one of those Antonio Carroll ones.
Hmm. Shit, I can't. I can't roll the... I knew there was something why the roller was over here, and I can't do one of my fields now that needed rolling.
Why is the roller over there?
No, the field's on first growth.
Alright, you waited too long.
Yeah, I did. No, I was wondering why my other cultivator was over here.
Although when you sold them, I had to buy back.
Yeah. Oh, because that cultivator was going to do this field, wasn't it? And then I didn't do it in the end because I had the other cultivator already over here. Oh, no. Forget me. Fucking hell, what am I thinking of? That cultivator's just finished that field and never took it back. I'm going nuts.
What do you mean going?
I did that and I lost the fucking plot.
You say you're going nuts, I think you went a while ago.
Hmm. I'll tell you what. I'm glad I'm not... I mean, this is nothing against anybody that's diabetic, but I'm so glad I'm not diabetic.
Why?
Because, yeah.
Insulin chips.
No. You may hear a rattling from my headset, and I do apologise about that.
Or is it his way to a bag of sweets?
Yeah, somebody decides to buy me a kilogram bag of fizzy cola bottle.
Well, you don't mean you have to eat them all in one go, you know.
I don't know, I've still got half the fucking bag there. Still got half the bag there. Trust me. I do, like I said.
The challenge wasn't to speed run them.
No, I know, but it's a case of, you know yourself. You can sit there at times. It's like, ooh, I fancy a cola bottle.
Yeah, and you end up eating a packet. That's me with Jaffa cakes. I'll only have a couple. Packet gone. Shit.
Yeah, I can do that. Problem is, I can do that with bag of crisps.
What do you mean you've actually ever opened a bag of crisps and not eaten the full bag? That's just wasteful. They go stale. You're actually doing the right thing by making sure you eat them all.
I don't want to eat an entire bag of, like, I don't know, let's say sweet, Thai sweet chili sensations and stuff like that. I don't want to eat a whole bag of them.
Really? Why open a bag then?
Well, I do. Yeah, but no, the problem is what I tend to do is I'll eat the bag. Well, not eat the bag, but I'll eat so much of the crisps, and then I'll go back the next night.
Yeah. No, I like the mid-limit if you'll eat the bag. Just eat the bag as well. No waste here.
Yeah, I kind of think that wouldn't be good. Oh, okay. I was, yeah.
I guess you eat the bag. She walks in halfway and tells you to pack it in. I do apologise. I will wrap this one up now.
He's getting worse. Sometimes I wonder why we ever got introduced to this soundboard.
I still blame you.
Why'd you blame me?
Because I wouldn't have a stream deck if it wasn't for you. And it's because of the stream deck I found the soundboard.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm having... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, don't do this to me, Field. You want me to roll... It wants me to roll it, but then when I try and roll certain parts of it, it doesn't like going across the field because it's got one of them weird, like, cambers on it. Fine, I'll just... spin you the rolls around, and I'll roll it backwards. So, right. Oh, it didn't like that either. Yeah, it raises, but it doesn't... It actually takes the rollers off the ground, so the rollers can't actually roll it.
Well, is it like the machines doing it? Is it just the terrain's doing?
The terrain.
I was gonna say I've got that my single player series because I've ripped a few fields into one. Some like the transfers between them aren't the smoothest.
Oh, it's not that's in the middle of the field. It's like not in the middle of the field, but towards the edge of the field. But there's a hill bit, so it's like, yeah, it's not. I get why, I get why they put the extra elevation type bits into fields. Why am I doing this at like 7 miles an hour? So, we were having that conversation about the UK spaceports.
Yarp.
One is in the Outer Hebrides, wherever the frickin' hell that is. So I'm guessing Scotland. Yeah. And it's only accessible by sea and air. But then
I'm kind of hoping by air, or else it's stuck as a space program. Let's be honest.
No, what I mean is the only way to get to the only way that
I know what you mean.
They can get to it is by sea or air. And obviously there is spaceport Cornwall.
Which I knew about the Cornwall one.
Yeah.
So did we not launch something from there last year? I seem to remember.
Yeah,
I remember it being in the news a bit.
That was
I think they gave Virgin, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was that Virgin like thing that they tried, but it failed because it got an
anomaly.
Yeah.
Phenomena.
And didn't make orbit. that was the whole reason it gave up, because it didn't make orbit. It was supposed to.
Right.
But the problem was, and I know this to be true, they screwed themselves over. It literally. Because there wasn't just a test flight, that was a paying mission. So it had people's, like, satellites or whatever it was on board, I think, if I remember. And yeah, no wonder it screwed the company up. They should have test flighted that before, and they didn't.
Right.
They should have done the test. If they'd have done a test flight, and that happened on the test flight, they could have took some time, rectified said problem, done a test, make sure it was alright, then go for it. But no, he basically tried to put all his eggs in one basket, and it buggered him up. But to be honest, SpaceX nearly wouldn't have been as profitable or whatever it is as it is now.
Yeah.
Because one of the original Falcon missions, I think it was original like Falcon 1 or something like that. It was one of the other, or was it after the test? It was the first mission after the test flight, the first ever Falcon Heavy test flight. It basically nearly bankrupted SpaceX. They were riding on it, even with the, after the test flight, and it's lucky that test flight worked.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that company wouldn't be here. He'd still have Tesla and all that lot, but he wouldn't have SpaceX to what he does now. Which probably would be no big deal to him, but then it would have actually caused him a lot of trouble, because if SpaceX had gone bankrupt, you can imagine how much he would have lost.
Oh, yeah.
He stood to lose billions because of all the infrastructure he'd bought, all the
Great demand at corn, agree.
Obviously
The sunflower seeds.
All the infrastructure he'd bought, all the
all the stuff they've been put into it, yeah.
Yeah, like buying all the land he's got at Florida, Texas, down at Starbase. It's going to be interesting soon. We don't know when, but sometime, guessing September, we're going to have another test flight of the Super Heavy booster and one of the starships.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, they learned quite a bit from the initial test flight, because technically, as weird as that sounds, the Super Heavy booster is it is the world's most powerful rocket.
Yeah.
I know it hit headlines, and it's probably going to hit headlines again, especially if it goes well this time.
It blew up, didn't it? Not far off.
It got... Oh, yeah, I remember watching it live. It got past Max Q, in other words, for non-space nerds, is basically terminal velocity. It failed separation between ship and booster.
Right.
And it did it was funny. It wasn't funny, but it was funny because it did a Kerbal. When something goes out of control on Kerbal and it just starts spinning?
Yeah.
Well, it just started spinning. And then eventually they just the flight termination system, in other words, the explosives, triggered.
Kicked in.
And when they kicked in, yeah, bye-bye rocket. But it didn't. Problem was, it didn't explode as it should have.
Right.
Basically, there should have been nothing left of it, but it didn't. And that's why it ended up, there's been a lot of debris strewn around, and the FAA were kind of a bit pissed about that. I can kind of see why.
It did a Boeing.
Hmm.
Left out for shitting people's gardens.
Oh no, it did it out to sea, luckily, but it all got washed up. Some of it got washed up.
Uh-huh.
Shit contracts. I am not doing another potato contract. You can get stuffed.
Go on, do it. You know you want to.
Cotton contracts. Even that's the thing. Even the cotton contracts aren't worth it.
I know.
Oh look, potatoes, corn. I mean, the corn's worth it, but
You'd still need, even if you use your halves, you need a different header.
I need a different header. I'll get a header.
Or you
But
can just, at that point, you might as well just loan their machinery.
if looking at what it's giving me to do it, which is looks like a Valtra, white Valtra, with two tiny little fucking trailers.
The thing is, you can rent their machinery and not use all of it, you know.
I know that.
You can rent their machinery but use your own trailers and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know that. No point in even doing a contract. Right.
Field 75 contract's interesting because it's giving you that freaking agriculture, that forestry tractor with the crane on top of it.
What, for the corn?
Yeah. Potatoes it is. Field 75.
We seen the right contracts here.
I'm looking at fields.
Oh yeah.
Field 75.
Oh yeah. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's giving the logging tractor.
Yeah.
Really strange. Why it would give you a logging tractor?
I just imagine that's a farmer like me. It were cheap.
Yeah.
It came up in the used vehicle section cheap when he was looking.
Hmm.
That's why when you see a vehicle like that looks a bit odd and out of place, I just assume that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I'd do. In fact, I had one of them on a home walls attempt because I literally needed a tractor quickly, and it was the only thing of reasonable horsepower on the used vehicle section that day.
Hmm.
So I was like, you know what? It'll do.
Not a lot on the used vehicle section that's worth buying.
I got a nice little treat off it earlier. Nice little Fendt 515, bit of a classic, but
I say there was a Hurleman.
yeah, I know there is. But the Fendt only cost me 33 grand for like 160 horsepower.
Well, that's the XL Pro. That's the one that does 164 to 246.
Yeah, but you had to have quite a lot of money to it to get the 250 horse one.
I know you do.
The price you're seeing there is just the 155.
164.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Alright, construction. What do I need for? I mean, I only need 15 grand, but I need money for...
What?
I need 15 grand, but I need money for the other stuff. I kind of want to put that... It's not going to allow me to put it there, is it? It's in a stupid place right there. No, you know what? Let's spin around. Just in case, because I might want to put a fence in.
determined to stop me seeing what he's up to, isn't he? See when he's cheating.
Do I have to buy these? Or do they
Buy
already
what?
come with it? If not, I might have to take out a small 20 grand loan. Which isn't going to particularly bother me. Yes, I do have to buy them. Okay. How do I open the animal dialogue? There we go. So... Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's weird.
What have you done?
Oh, okay, there we go. So you would cost me that much? Okay, that's not bad. So if I get one of you, and then get... So I could either get them young, but I don't want them young. Actually, no, I'll do it in a mix. Let's do that. Then... I need a loan. It's not a prob. Lemo. Let's go... Oh yeah, and get like a lot of loan. I don't know. Let's get a 50-gram one. And then let's just get some young. Get some chicken. We'll get some young chickens as well.
Also, it's chickens he's getting, folks. I was wondering.
You'd see them anyways. So I need.
Going right next to the road, have you?
So what am I still missing for this? Got that. Got that. Waiting on that. Good. I have everything. Kind of confused why you don't need milk, but not going to question that one.
I've discovered what might become a slight issue with one of my great plants.
You just discovered what might become an issue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, the way it's going, I cannot get it done in a single day, and I'm not sure if that's going to cause me problems or not.
Okay.
That sounds daft, but it's like, you know, it just seems...
Look at that. Liquid gold. Just so he doesn't bitch at me, I'm going to tell him. I want to... You know that excess little pallet I've got?
Yeah.
I'm basically going to try and experiment with it, and I need super strength to move it.
Alright. I'll complain anyway, but okay. Just can't enjoy complaining.
We need to try... I need to have a look at Need to have a careful one at some point just to see what this changes are. See how much
Aye.
more we could complain or not. Right, so this is... Let's start. So where the hell's the unload point for this? Because that's the front, isn't it? So where does the unload point go for this? That must be back. Ah, right, yep. Okay, no, that did work.
You managed to sell it.
No, I shoved it into a production,
Alright.
basically.
Ah, fair enough, as long as it worked.
Yeah. Alright, I suppose... I better quickly get a tractor and trailer and give my animals some food otherwise. Alright, well we don't have that other mod on, so that's alright.
Yeah, we don't have the losses mod on, so...
You actually tried that mod yet?
Yeah, I've used it.
What do you think?
It's alright. If you want to play to that realistic style, it's probably very good. I've turned it off on I think the couple I use it on.
Wrong button.
As his trailer falls off.
I have got to... Come on, give me the point. God, this is fiddly as hell to try and do this. You know what? My next purchase might be a swap.
Maybe a swap or a swamp.
A swap.
Oh, there's a swamp. I thought you turned into Shrek here. Get away from my swamp. Somebody.
Aye, I've got to do it this way, haven't I? I've got to actually go into here first to then actually go. Oh no, it's fine. It just does it oddly because it looks odd the way it does it. Turn that off again. Now we move this. What the hell is that? Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
No, I do. Yeah, so that's that. So the trigger point... Yeah, the trigger point's nowhere near. It works. Come on, you can bloody unload. Well, you would unload if you're actually on the frigging trailer, of course. Okay, that's them. With... And then this... Now... Can go into here. I know this is a bit of a random question.
Go on.
Will it still create the same flour type if you use the different
Yes.
flour mixtures?
Yes, there's only one type of flour in the game.
Is it?
Yeah. The game doesn't have.
Where the hell's the production building thing? There. See, because there is... Obviously, if I look at the grain mill, it's like wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, sorghum flour, corn flour.
Yeah.
So that's just technically classed as flour then, is it?
That all just becomes flour, yeah. If you look, the outputs are just flour and pig food.
Hmm.
Quick bit of advice. It doesn't cost you any extra materials to make pig food. I personally just make it and sell it.
Yeah.
If you look, you don't lose any actual material.
No.
So I just set it to sell and get it to make it anyway.
Hmm.
Just a bit of friendly advice there.
Yeah, well, I've not.
I've used this advanced grade mill a lot. I've got it in the Valley of the Old Farm series. I love it.
Yeah, well, that's it. I've never
That's why we've got it on this series.
used it. So you know, it's new to me.
No, fair enough. I don't mind explaining it. I say it's a good. I think it's a great mod. The other thing is, he's got really good capacities.
Hmm.
I say it was really handy on Farmston, so like, obviously massive, massive fields.
Yeah.
So you were getting a lot of materials off them, and you needed basically it was easier to dump it all in the flour mill than to start trying to mess around.
Selling and stuff.
Yeah, because even like I'll admit now, I've got my flour mill. I'll switch it between distributing and just selling. I know you don't get the absolute best price, but to save messing around with pallets, I just when I don't want to send it straight to my other productions, I just set it straight to sell as it finishes.
Hmm.
So it keeps a little bit of money flowing in.
Where the hell did he trigger point for? Oh, it's
For
there.
what?
To obviously change what your output mode is for stuff.
You have to click on it, and I think it's enter key into.
It's the R key.
Ah, the arcade one.
Yeah, I was looking for the spanner.
He's sat behind the keyboard.
You're funny.
I know.
Okay, so that's all that bit sorted. What's the... Oh, for Pete's sake. Where is... You know when you're looking for something and then you can't find it?
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you looking for, and where did it end up being?
Other than the beehives. I still think it's kind of weird why this... Certain trailers won't attach to the front of certain tractors.
Depends if the tractor's got a the right kind. You know, basically there's two kinds of connectors on the front of trailers. There's either what we use on cars, like the tow ball, which is just like the cup, or there's the loop that the bar goes through. And it depends which fitment the trailer has, because the trailer's just got the ball cup one, you would need a ball on the front of the tractor.
Yeah, no, this is a loop.
Yeah, well, it should in that case go to the front of a lot of tractors. Or like, for example, the front weight on I'm looking at my Matty Ferguson here, has one of those metal bars on, like they used to put on trucks a lot.
Yeah.
You saw a metal bar that you could just lift up.
Hmm.
I don't think they're doing that. Then they've gone down to like cars have. They tend to have the screw-in towing loops. Back in the day, they used to always be when the bumpers were actually made out of metal.
Yeah.
There'd be that metal bar in the middle that you could just lift up to put a chain or whatever round.
Some probably do.
It depends. It depends what the front bumpers are made out of on most of the stuff these days. That's your issue.
Yeah, I know.
Like I say, back when I'm talking back when front bumpers were made out of metal. Nowadays, usually it's just plastic.
Cheaper though, isn't it? No?
Cheaper. It's supposed to be more friendly to like pedestrians, and also from a manufacturer's point of view, you're more likely to break it and go and buy a new one off.
Yeah.
A metal bumper, you might put a bender to it. You can generally bend it back with a bit of patience.
Well, there is that. But you also got to think that metal after certain type of accident, you might not be able to get back in one piece.
Yeah, true.
Plastic's just a case of okay, it might we might be able to either save it or depends on how bad things are. It's a case of no, let's just rip the fucker off and replace it.
Aye.
Makes you laugh though, because some companies are like, oh, we're friendly to the environment. Are you really using plastic bumpers?
Using plastic on pretty much everything.
Yeah. It's like in this game, I'm glad this game doesn't push the eco fucking message. It kind of does and kind of doesn't. I mean, you can choose whether you want to put your wind turbines down to get your...
Pound money that way, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to go green, you can go green. You can go, you can use your electric fleet, but then the electric tractors, but they're not powerful.
No, that's true.
You can use your methane, whatever. You can use that tractor, the New Holland. It's not powerful.
I think there's one of the used vehicles at the moment.
Yeah, or the walls. I don't
I
have
think
it.
it's gonna get now, actually.
You can do that. You can play the game in a different way. So, you can use your electric tractors, but you're gonna be spending hours doing fields. Like, you had let's say you had the field that I do, which, if you're wondering what field it is, you should know. My
You're talking about 57,
big 57 field. You imagine doing that with an electric tractor, and
you need a long extension lead.
you're doing that with the electric tractor and a small implement that it can manage. You would have to have a sodding fleet of them. You would.
Oh yeah.
Because one tractor ain't gonna cut, that's gonna be hours. Was it once? What were we doing? What did we do? I mean, back in 19, were we not messing around with something and it literally, obviously you doing...
We had my potato overload in the early days of 22.
No, there was doing a field. I'm guessing it was doing a field and it was going to take like 24 hours or some shit like that.
I can't remember now, yeah, it was something like that. Like I say, I clocked up 10 real life hours on potatoes on Elm Creek in the very early days of 22. When I downloaded the McCain chip factory and mistook just how many potatoes you get off a field, planted every field I owned with potatoes. Did 10 hours on a rented potato harvester to get them. I got finished up with 3.5 million litres of potatoes.
He did.
Yeah. And then the year after that, I had to plant canola oil on every field. Canola, you need canola oil to do it. So I had to go to every field and plant canola.
You wonder why I'm not bothering with potatoes or anything like that again. I mean, I don't even know if we have the chip factory thing installed.
I think you do, you know. Should be. No, maybe not on this one. I've definitely still got it.
I have it. I know I do have it. Can I do a special redemption? How much can I actually pay back? As well. Yeah, that leaves me in a good position. Well, not a good position, but leaves me in a better position for now.
Probably better position than me.
Probably not. I know I just, like I say, I had to take out that loan to get me Hannibals.
Well, we've timed this quite nicely again.
So he knows.
I know you've gone back into chickens again.
I've never had chickens though.
I thought you'd got them when I did back at the beginning.
No, no, I didn't.
I see you've gone into chickens now.
Well, I need chickens. That's part of el plan. I need those chickens.
You're going to be out there squeezing them later.
Give me your eggs. That's worse.
Yeah.
So, I have... Ooh, shit. Oh, okay, I still have 2 fields full of black gold. Well, I have another field. I have another big field full of black gold. It's weird because I'm not really... See, I don't know with you because I don't know if you're storing crops. Whereas,
Yeah, you don't know what I'm up to.
I don't. Whereas me, all mine are now just... I'm growing because I need them.
Guess we'll find out in good time. But it is now 8 o'clock, so
I mean,
the end of this day.
I've still got bales. I've got bales to sell, but they're not going to fetch me a penny, really. Please tell me that's not... Is that all... Am I out of that for now? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm still waiting for... That's good. There's still stuff in there. But anyways, we're going to end this one here. So, obviously, thank you to David for joining me.
Pleasure as always.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be informed of any current content, future content, live streams, etc. Support channel, links are in the description, and me and Dave will see you in the next episode. So until then,
So long, folks.
goodbye for now.